One of the things that is real clear, and we'll switch to baseball here in just a second, just get your thoughts on tomorrow. But Trey Lance, I mean, Jay, you could be in any street corner in the Bay Area and just say Trey Lance 5 times, and you would have an audience of people going, "Hey, what do you got to say?" You know, I mean, everybody's so eager to talk Trey Lance. I always think it's interesting because anybody can say anything, but in Vegas, they put their money where their mouth is, and so oftentimes it kind of cuts through a lot of the BS. There's been so much conjecture about Trey Lance. What are you hearing? What's your intel tell you about Trey Lance? And what are you expecting to see from him this year? We saw him in 2 starts last year. He didn't look good at all in the first game, but that might have been play calling. He didn't look good in the first half of the second game, but he sure looked good in that second half. It was a home game against the Texans, but it was also a game that they had to win. And he was a pretty young quarterback last year, very inexperienced, and he won that game. So with a very impressive second half. What are you hearing on Trey Lance? What do you believe is true with all the conjecture about the second-year QB?
Yeah, second year is right, Larry. And, there's going to be some inconsistent play there that the 49er fans are just going to have to accept and swallow down there because – he's going to make some fantastic plays, but I think that year off and I heard he's very coachable. I think that he's going to be coached up to be, not an MVP type of quarterback, not quite yet, but you have to expect him to make some young mistakes. But the thing is about a quarterback, any quarterback, whether it's a, veteran or, a second year man is, all the moving parts that surround him. And I think all the moving parts around him are very, very solid. Like I said earlier, you got 2 receivers there that can really run after the catch. And you got a pretty good rushing attack as well. That's all going to contribute to, Lance's performance. And I think that he's going to be just fine. But you got to.
I think they'll utilize Kittle more this year as a safety valve for Lance, just so that he has that, guy to dump off a pass over the middle, just to make sure that he's got some easy plays to the quick slants. Yeah, I think, and then they've got a deep threat this year now too, which they say he throws a really nice deep ball. They drafted the kid out of SMU, right, Larry?
Yeah, Danny Gray at SMU gives him some speed. They also signed Ray McLeod, who looked really good in the minicamp. No question. I think Trey's got a nice surrounding cast, and it's going to me, watching him this year is going to be one of the really interesting subplots to watch across the league.